Hey there YouTube, Wheeler here. Good late Sunday night. I am now introducing the vlog for Monday mornings. I will say good Monday morning, but anyway, it is late Sunday night, 10:42 p.m. Definitely up. I just took a little bit of a nap and now I'm up now to actually film a new series on my channel that is yet to be named, that's going to be called something like Items We Sold This Week, and basically it's just where I go through every item that we sold this week on the Canon Guy channel, which I guess I might do watches too, but I'm not sure. I think we sold 7 last week, so I think I'll just go through the cameras, but anyway, that's not going to be in the show. That'll be the last video that was uploaded. Probably upload that right around Monday morning sometime actually. So I'm going to record that, come back after that. Let's get some coffee going first too. It's now 11:47 p.m. on Sunday, so let me try and get that edited and up by maybe, I don't know, 12:20 or something like that. And then I can get on with the vlog thing for today. But that was a pretty good experience. My microphone mounted here, kind of the behind the scenes look. And I think that turned out pretty well, so get that up. And then we can go and look for some more fresh items. There's going to be a couple cleanup items like these Sinar Bellows, Rolleiflex stuff, but I have some real exciting stuff to show you. So got some coffee. Graflex 22 camera, also pictured, need to list that one up. As the last of the TLR cameras, wasn't able to get that on Saturday, so I will have 2 listings, I think, to go up, just miscellaneous random items before I get into new stuff. But let's get on with the morning. Coming in to Monday morning, which is why I'm up right now. Well, unfortunately, it's around 12:30 here. And I thought I had this whole thing figured out. I did the item sold thing. I definitely won't make this mistake again, but I made the item sold thing a 1080p thing, which on my ultra-wide monitor, it should be like 3440 by 1440. So the problem is I can't figure out after I did all the cuts, all the edits, got all ready to upload, how to undo that. So I could just upload as is, and I'm trying to figure out how I can change that. Here's the issue. I was able to change the original clip to the correct size and everything, but all the cuts that I did are gone, so I'm not sure exactly. I think the best option is going to be to go back through manually and recut this thing to the cut one here, as you can see on top. But I still have yet to find a really good way to do that. I'm going to spend about 5 more minutes. If I can't figure it out by then, I'll just figure out how to upload it. If so, I guess I'll be better next week. But I'm pretty new to the editing the widescreen / whatever clips. Should look okay either way, I guess. I just think it would be better to have it in the native resolution, natural widescreen, all that. But I guess, I mean, you can only do so much. I'm just going to upload it as is. Should be fine. We did all the cuts and everything, so I'm not going to go back and try and recut it to the original thing. Next week, I'll do it a little bit differently. Shouldn't be that noticeable in the final edit. So anyway, now that's out of the way, let's get that camera listed. So just tackling the questions this morning, and man, I love to get emails like this. Hello, the camera list is not an automat. It's what we call the Rolleiflex new standard. This is a rare camera, and it was only made for a few years. Your prices are spot on for used and untested. As you can see right here, I don't know what to say about used and untested, but I changed the listing from this for $332 to this right here for $439, and I think you'll actually sell pretty quick at that. I did some research, and there is 0 listed, 0 sold for this model. Very, very uncommon. Gonna be orange here for a minute, but like I said, with the Rolleiflex lot, we picked this up from a guy who had 1 of every model, and this one just turned out to be a rare one. Even more interesting, this is a really late camera in the serial number range. It is the 144th from last produced. I looked it up. The serial number range went up to 927,999. This is 927,855, I believe. So very, very close to the end of that. And that is definitely something that actually will appeal to collectors. Certain collectors are kind of odd. They like to have certain serial numbered cameras. So I mean, if you have a bunch of repeating digits, or if you have a really odd serial number, if you have anything under like the 1000th produced, depending on the camera, that can add a lot of value. And even from the last number down, can also add a lot of value. The serial number range for this camera ranged over, I think, like 9 years and almost 50,000. So to have the 144th from end is very, very cool. So I'll definitely keep you updated on this one. But like I said, I think that'll sell quick at the upped price at $439. Let's see. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from listing for a little while to get some stuff ordered that I've been meaning to order for a while. That would be bags for a couple different sizes and also microfiber cloths. I want to talk about the microfiber cloths we use briefly here. We've used quite a few throughout the years. Unfortunately, microfiber cloths in general have went up in price recently, and they're also kind of hit or miss. These are the ones we used to get right here. These Neewer 30 pieces gentle microfiber cloth. As you can see, for 7 lots of 30, it used to be $27.93, which is like $2.99 or $3.99 a lot. I forget exactly, but quite a good deal on those. And unfortunately, those are no longer available. This was ordered in March, and now the cheapest price you can get is $7 to $10 per 30-piece set, which would be this one right here, 13 pieces, $3.61. And in the case of this one, this is actually a fairly good deal still. The large size cloths at $4 per lot. Still a lot cheaper than the magic fiber cloths, which I believe are $20 for 30 of them. But that's actually a fair deal too, so I'm just going to order a combination of a few there. But it's always unfortunate when something they use a lot of goes up in price dramatically, like that one, which I think is like 4 times the price now that used to be. Definitely a must-have for cleaning camera lenses, filters, all that kind of stuff, so we're definitely going to be repeat customers and keep getting them in. Okay, so I got all the best deals for these things on Amazon. As you can see, a bunch of different types of bags. Gonna try out some different sizes, and some microfiber cloths. Can get 5 packs of those. So, quite pricey, but it's just a cost of doing business here with the camera stuff. You gotta have enough in stock. We still have some microfiber cloths left in various types, but we do need to restock those every now and again. Okay, so the lights are off in my office right now, so sorry if the video quality suffers. But I guess what I want to show you here is testing a bellows. This is a Sinar bellows, and these are quite valuable, going for as much as $250 in parts condition, which this one unfortunately definitely is. The bellows is very deformed, as you can see. It's taped in a couple places. It seems pretty good, but of course you're going to have to test that fully out. Brand new, these originally went for around $500, so that's pretty good. But anyway, I'm just going to show you how to go about testing one of these. As you can see, when you extend it there, it does extend pretty well. So I use this flashlight on a high brightness setting to shine a light in there. Let's see if I can set my camera up in a way here that's not too precarious, so I can show you here. Basically, I use this light on a very high brightness setting to shine all the way along the bellows there, checking on the inside in a dark room for pinholes or any sort of light that escapes the bellows. I can kind of show you right there. It is pretty dark in here, so you should be able to see any light escaping. I'm running it all the way up here. There you go, coming out that side. And then all the way back down. And if you can see there, I mean, it's not going to be super apparent in the camera, but you can't see any pinholes in this bellows, so that is a good sign. You can sell it as a non-pinholed bellows, but definitely will be sold for parts just because of the deformed nature of it. Somebody will definitely still buy it, probably $200 or a little bit more. And this one here is a bit different style and in quite a bit better shape. Not worth quite as much either. Should be around like $100. But this is a 4x5 bag bellows. You can do the exact same thing. Kind of run it on the inside there. It's different material, so I don't think this one can really have holes. That would be less so than like a knife tear or something serious there. But this is a bag bellows, pretty good. Just testing this one out as well. See exactly how smoothly these list up, and if so, I'm going to go grab another 6 or so, just kind of miscellaneous used bellows from downstairs, and see what I can do with those. So far this morning's been pretty random, just kind of wrapping up a lot of different things, getting that thing edited and figured out, and just all kinds of other stuff. But in general, I think it's about time to get down here and see exactly what we have. This is actually a real exciting haul from one of our contacts that we've definitely bought some stuff from before, and he always has some real interesting stuff. This is what we got from this time. As you can see, just some miscellaneous things. If you take a little bit closer look, you'll see some really cool stuff. Right here we have a Zenza Bronica medium format camera, for example. The battery door on that being worth around like $60 or $70. Surprisingly, very crazy on that. We have a small Graflex camera here. I believe it would be referred to as a 2x3 Graflex or a baby Graflex. Let me see if I can get open. The opening mechanism on that one is actually broken, so I have to figure out a way to trick it. But anyway, that is actually a red bellows Graflex, if I remember correctly. Have a real nice condition Yashica 44 right here, some Minolta and other cameras here. I think we have a bunch of lenses somewhere too. I'm not sure where those got stowed away. We have a really cool and very good Russian lens right here. That being an RSAT super wide angle 17mm lens made in Ukraine. As you can see right there, a lot of Russian lenses are very hit or miss. This one, on the other hand, is actually a really good one. I don't remember exactly what it's priced out at, but somewhere between $300 and $700. So I'm definitely going to be looking that up and getting that one listed here today or in the coming days. That is a really awesome one. Comes with original caps and case even. Got some really good other prime lenses. A Pentax K1000 SE, which is actually a really rare variant. I'll talk about that when we get to it. A really good old Rolleicord camera here and some large format lenses. And as if that were not enough, oh man, we have the holy grail of Nikon stuff right here. Or at least just something we really don't pick up that often, which is Nikon rangefinder stuff. We paid up for this thing. I think we paid around $800 for all this stuff here. But let me quickly open the bag and give you a quick sneak peek at it here before I take it all out. There it is. This is Nikon rangefinder stuff, and each of these pouches is filled with stuff. Each of the lens cases is filled with stuff. The Nikon bag is filled with stuff. It's all the accessories, all the things, everything complete and in near mint condition for a Army PX sold Nikon rangefinder camera. It's definitely more common back in the 1950s, Korean War era, I assume, for these to be stamped Army PX rather than like the 70s stuff, but still. First of all, Nikon rangefinder stuff is really good, and secondly, EP mark stuff, as you can see right there, means sold in Army PX, is super collectible by the guys who collect this stuff. And just all in all, oh man, I am super thrilled about this buy right here. Definitely going to see how it prices all out. I'm assuming I'm going to have to part it out, which is kind of unfortunate, but it really is the only way to sell this stuff properly. We have 4 lenses, Nikon camera with case and everything there, and every single piece of this is marked EP or from an Army PX, even the case somewhere. I have to figure out where that is exactly. But that is an extremely awesome find that I can't believe that we actually ended up picking up. I didn't know about the EP markings until after we bought it, so that's just icing on the cake. The whole EP marking thing is kind of interesting because we find it from time to time, and a lot of times it can really be a good perk on top of what the thing's already worth. In this case, I think this is going to add about 1/3 to the value and a lot of desirability, probably double or triple as desirable as the stuff usually is. So all in all, if you can't tell, I am super excited about all this stuff here. And of course, we still have lenses somewhere else too that are like that. Before that, I'm going to have to finish up all the stuff that I started here, which is tackling these bellows, which I'm going to bring these upstairs, get those listed. And working with all the rest of the rolly cases, which is just a lot of stuff to lot up. But that should be just as good, so let's get into that. Let's try to get that all knocked out before dealer gets up around 7 a.m. I got to get a nap in there some point. But this is going to be the next couple of days of listing, plus those other lenses if we can find them, and that stuff is very good and very exciting. As you should have figured already, we have a lot of awesome stuff in the back stock that has just started to become unearthed. Just another sneak preview of how many exciting items we have. Let me show you this tote real quick. This is not necessarily a great example. This is a Nikon D80. I guess it's actually a pretty fair one. But this is a digital SLR camera, which if you ever went shopping for a camera, these were originally very expensive, generally in the $1,000 and even more range. Original retail price, and this one right here seems to be in pretty good shape. It needs a charger, it needs to be tested. These are very, very few of how many of these we picked up. If we go back to our super crazy dense inventory area here, I'm not going to dig around too much. But right here, this box has around 200 digital SLR cameras in there, which they can have a lot of issues. It's going to take extensive amount of testing and trying to get all the chargers and everything for them. But those probably average out at, I don't even know, 130 to 200 each. There's some real good ones in there. Some Canon 50Ds, there's some Nikon D90s, D5200s. I mean, even a couple $100 plus cameras in there. And just in our line of work, what we usually deal in is not digital SLR cameras, so just in general, that's something really odd for us. It's really cool to pick up all those, and that's going to be an exciting thing to tackle over the next couple days. I don't think we have them all here. I think some are still in the storage unit, which is off-site, quite a ways away, so we'll get to those eventually. But the ones that we did bring home, which was one of the better boxes of those, will be being tackled this week. At least we're going to order the chargers and try to get those in and listed by next week. Those are very, very interesting for the business. Not necessarily the biggest money makers ever, but really crazy. And I think we pay an average of $10 per camera in those boxes. So even if like 30 or 40% of them work correctly, that is going to be quite a score and some really, really cool stuff that we just don't often pick up. So just a lot of excitement in the weeks to come, and the Momentum Initiative is on, if that's what you want to call it exactly. Momentum is happening, and once momentum starts, it keeps the ball rolling for a long time. So that's what we want to do. We still have a long time to keep going. Let's make it happen. Okay, you're at 3:21 p.m. and wow, look at that, 1,000 subscribers. Been really surprised with how many subscribers I've actually been getting over the last week here. I think before I ended YouTube about 9 months ago, I think I was at 750 or 780 or something like that, sort of a ways off 1,000. And in the last week, I think I've gained 80 some subscribers. So that's super awesome, guys. Thank you so much for all the subscribers and everything. Now I guess I can be monetized, so I guess that's cool, but that's not everything, obviously, with the new YouTube system and all that. But 1,000 subscribers, that's a huge milestone, one that I was really trying to hit before I stopped vlogging, and now that I've started again, it's awesome to hit so quickly, so thanks a lot for that. Just been getting some breakfast cereal here and all that, and now I'm gonna get these bellows going. Those are the ones from downstairs, and then there's some more rolly stuff over there, so let's get those pictured and listed. Woo woo woo, time skip, time skip. Decided to take a pretty sizable nap between about 4 a.m. and 7, so got a bit done in the morning, but not quite as much as I could have got done. Got a lot of stuff pre-processed and kind of, I don't know, what do you call it, positioned for the rest of the day. So anyway, back up, got some more coffee. Dealer's got some coffee. And I just taking a quick look at my camera here that I'm probably going to get for the vlog. I don't know, end of September, end of October, yeah, probably end of September, that's probably when, end of the incentive. If I do well, if I get a lot listed, I mean, we're gonna have to hit our goal plus a little bit to stretch for this thing, but I almost bought this actually in the holidays last year from my other channel. So the 6D Mark II, which has the flip out screen, which is really important. Plus I can use it for all my other camera activities and everything else. It's pretty much the mini version of this camera, which as you can see, doesn't even come with a lens for $5,500. So that's, that's just going to permanently be on my price range just a little bit. I have to go a few years farther than that. So for video, I think this is going to be the best bet as an upgrade path because I can use it for both photos and video, and it's a pretty future-proof camera. It's actually a pretty good deal at $2,500. I saw it over the holidays at $1,900 for the same bundle with a printer. So I was like, whoa, dude. B&H Photo Video runs some crazy deals from time to time, so I'm just going to be waiting for that. But like I said, late September, and possibly I can upgrade from that to this, or this to that. Yeah, reverse that, flip it. Whatever some of these people say in the, let's see, what is it, Willy Wonka? Yeah, that's the Willy Wonka quote, isn't it? But anyway, there it is. So that's the incentive, or at least part of it. It could be more like Casey Neistat. I think he uses one of those right now. It's a good deal. So anyway, it is around 8:30 a.m. I totally didn't just say it was 8 p.m. I mean, my time sense is not that far off. Just a slip of the tongue. Anyway, there are the bellows that are going to be pictured and ready to go here pretty soon. I guess we're going for swim lesson / running at 9:30, I believe, 9:30, somewhere in there. So not going to have a lot of time to deal with these, but let's try and get these pictured up real quick. I think I have a good 45 minutes to work on them. The more I talk through the dealer, the more the plan makes sense, as try and get these bellows, which would be about 8 items, and then all that Rolleiflex lot up stuff done before the night shift, which I guess would be 5 p.m. and up, and then I can tackle that stuff downstairs, get a bunch of it pictured, hopefully a few things listed, and just get sorted in general. So that'll be really cool, really good. Let's get into it today. And of course, this has been my camera for a year and a half plus. It's at 129,000 accutations or something like that. So, I mean, this is the old version of that camera. Original retail price like $6 grand. I paid like $200 for it, so I need to stay more in this realm. Of course, this thing doesn't shoot video and didn't for the next few generations, so that's the one issue with it. Super solid, built like a brick. You could probably build a house out of these things, but just a little bit lacking in a couple fields. This one actually is in real nice shape. I think it was used as just a portrait camera with a shutter release and everything tethered to its whole life. And of course now it's the same way, right? Now I'm beating up on this thing pretty bad. I put all these little scratches on the back of it and all that, but this thing's really durable, so gotta stick in more of that realm. Okay, head off to the run here. It's a pretty chilly 62 degrees out for swim lessons. Oh man, I remember back in my days when I started my swim lessons at like 13 years old or 12 or something. I don't know, I started late. But anyway, it was like 55 degrees out every day, and man, that was chilly. Pretty sure the pool's a little bit better heated now. It's a different pool and all that. So I guess we'll see. Run should be fun. Coming in to the van.
Wait, since when are you in here?
Smile, you're on camera.
Wow. Voldemort.
Voldemort! His head off this video.
Yeah. Here we go, everybody's piling in. Hey, what are we running today, banana peeler?
4.5 miles.
Okay, sounds great. This is the kind of college loop thing out here. There's a short one and there's a long one. We're going on the long one. Probably won't film much because it's kind of shaky. Man, past 2 laps in, I'm feeling beat. So sleep's taking the toll on it. Back of my right leg is feeling pretty stiff, but I guess I'll probably try and catch up with these guys again. They're going pretty quick today. Had to stop for some B-roll shots after the run, but it's hard to vlog on the run at all. Too boatsy, whoa! And banana peeler, some sort of wild streak him today. He's way up there. And BP's way back there. Whew! I had to walk a couple times to try to catch up with him, couldn't do it. Too worn out today. About 4 miles though, half mile to go. Just about to finish the run, but if you look over there through the super zoom, see the elusive banana peeler and dealer. Squealer's still back there ways though. Just about done. Run it. It's moving real fast. Whew, man, we all came in fast, but BP, what the heck, dude? What happened?
Yeah, it felt great.
That's like
yeah.
race pace, Benjamin.
I was ready to work out while BP back there was riding race pace. I still beat him by a couple minutes on the actual race. Epic ride.
Like, I was really taking.
Gotta get that epic cool down B-roll, right? Yeah, I heard to go to the fastest 5K in the West, right?
Firecracker? No. Wild West 5K in 12 days, but we're gonna have to plan for that because we're going out of town and we still gotta have a good listing day.
Yep, that's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Listing today is the day for today, right?
So we gotta stay.
That bad. Some munchkins waiting. Yeah. And now that we got the run on the way, it's time for some listing. Oh man, the morning's getting away from us. It's time to get to the nose to the grindstone. Okay, so I'm on my last bellows picturing here, and here is how I take a picture of something that is large enough where it barely fits in the photo tent. I generally use this lens for all different photos, but in this case it just won't work. And that's where this lens comes in. This is one I was super excited to get a while back. I've been wanting this one for years. Finally saved up enough, picked it up. It was the last of the 3 that I wanted to get. And this one goes all the way to 15 millimeters. Let me show you an example of that. So I try not to take photos of too larger items in this photo tent, but things that fit, this thing can capture, which works really well. Well, I just heard a rumor that dealer might have got his new camera in, but I'm sure you saw it on the vlog from his side there. But anyway, here we are in the afternoon with nothing listed. What happened? Well, I got the photos edited here, so let's get those up and going. Just all these different bellows for right now. As you can see, there they are, all edited up. I had to show us that wide angle lens, it works pretty well. And an enclosure like that. Has some little black borders just from the size of the photo tent, but that bellows, there's no way you get in the camera with a normal lens, so that thing works really well. Then here I have my comparison photos that I shot. So let me just show those. That would be with a normal lens, the most telephoto end on that lens, and then the super wide version, which is a little bit too wide even for most of them. Most of these shots I think I took at around 20 millimeters, so pretty wide, but not crazy wide. It's a big bellows though. So it's really beyond me why eBay hasn't fixed this already, but man, I got really frustrated a few days ago when I realized that eBay had changed how you can look up sold listings. I'm trying to look up this Sinar Bellows right here. As you can see, as the listing has ended, you can look through this section here. It got to the point where it's redirecting you right off the click, but now I guess they allow you to go into here, so that's okay. But if you actually want to look at the photos or any of that stuff there, you click the button, see original listing. Hey, I want to see the original listing. That's not the original listing. The listing you're looking for is no longer available. Check out this similar item we found for you. I'm not looking to buy, I'm looking to actually try and look up and resell one of these, but thank you, eBay. Okay, just testing other bellows here. This one, apparently they still sell these on Sinar.com or whatever, and they retail for $330. That's quite a bit. But anyway, here is a sign of what to look for in a bellows that's no good. Let's see if I can get it. Let's turn on the flashlight there. And if you can see right on the corner there, there is a hole in the bellows. Man, that was really hard to get on camera, but as you can see, there is a pin prick in that part of the bellows. If I move it all the way down here, I don't think we see any more light. Nope, kind of hard to see through the camera, but if I move back to this one here, it's definitely light coming through that hole right there. So that's what we're looking for. This one has one pin prick in it that I've seen so far. In this case, I don't think it's going to affect the value too much, but that's definitely going to be something that needs to be mentioned in the listing. Somebody can patch that up or something. But that's pretty common with bellows like this. About 100 in nice shape and about 35 with some pinpricks. Okay, and there's the last of the bellows listed. As you can see, just a bunch of different ones here. This 8x10 bellows would be really good if it wasn't in really poor shape. Listed up $190. They go for around $800 in perfect shape, which is really crazy. But anyway, now those are done, let's try and tackle the Rolleiflex stuff. Let's get that light up and moved out. Man, I gotta watch dealer here sometimes. I saw these lens cases sitting in the garbage can a little while ago, and I was like, I probably looked at them and probably noticed what brands are on them, but nope. Had to go check down there quickly because these kind of unassuming looking lens cases, if you notice there, they say Elight's Wetzlar on there, meaning it's a 1940s to 1950s Leica lens case. So pretty much just like throwing $20 bills away. Luckily dug them out of there. And I guess I just need to have him clear the throwout stuff from me before he throws it out. Which has happened before. I mean, he just kind of gets overzealous with the lots of camera stuff, a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to be selling to him. There's an offset lens bubble for the 35 and 50 millimeter Leica lenses from the 30s and 40s. So even in that condition, should go pretty well. The two lists right now at 45 and 65 for one single bubble. We have two there, one in nicer shape and one a little bit worse shape. So I'm just going to get those listed along with these Rolleiflex accessories, which I divide up into lots. So without further ado, let's get them pictured and let's get them listed, which I so far got the Rolleiflex things pictured, but I guess I'll show you all these items in total once I get all of them pictured. Sitting at 8:20 p.m., so still have time to get a lot of stuff done. Let's get this stuff all listed by 9:30, and then I can tackle some new stuff. Okay, and here are all the photos, edited and ready to go. As you can see, first up here, the lot of random Rolleiflex cases. Next up, some Rolleiflex masks. Then we have these Leica cases, which as you can see, pretty good photos on there. I actually found a filter in one of them. The Rolleiflex cases, so I'll list that up here too. And just some other miscellaneous Leica cases. The lens cases should go pretty well. Let's get that all up and listed. Also a Rolleiflex 35 wrist strap that I missed last time. It's the next morning, and I have yet to outro the vlog for yesterday. So, I guess briefly, what happened yesterday? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that last week I didn't get enough sleep as usual. So yesterday I hit the wall. It's the only way I can describe it. Just tried to get too little sleep yesterday as well, but a little bit too little sleep, and I don't know, the whole day was kind of a slugfest. So today's gonna be a new day, got plenty of sleep today, and there are all the items I got listed yesterday, but it took a while. I was just really slugging through the day, and it happens. Have to recover, have to bounce back, have to rebound. I think that's going to be the thing for tomorrow's vlog. Anyway, that was 23 items, 1,248 items. So anyway, that's about where I'm going to end off the vlog for today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe below if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the vlog tomorrow. We're behind in the goal, and we're coming back. Wheeler out. Goodbye.